The Apostles and Disciples. Trailblazers of the Christian faith, it is no coincidence that Jesus handpicked 12 of his most loyal and dedicated of his followers to become his chosen apostles, to reflect the biblical significance of the 12 tribes of Israel. This band of brothers was selected most significantly for their unwavering strength of faith. For the Master knew the trials and tribulations that they would face in their respective ministries. These intrepid apostles took Jesus at his word when he commanded them to become fishers of men. Like a wide-casting net, they traveled far and wide, spreading Christianity no matter what the cost. This, then, is a tribute to Jesus' apostles. Ordinary people from humble backgrounds, almost all of whom endured beatings, torture, and ultimately paid for their faith with their lives in the most shocking of ways. However, in the process, they became the glorious saints and martyrs who are remembered and revered around the world. Included in this illustrious list are Matthias, Mark, Luke, Mary Magdalene, and of course, Paul, who after his dramatic conversion left an indelible mark with his fervor and shepherding style of spreading the gospel. Though not dealt with here, the contributions of Barnabas and Timothy, who were also given the title of apostle, are duly and most honorably noted. St. Paul, the man destined to become the most charismatic of apostles, next to St. Peter, was born in Tarsus, modern-day Turkey. Saul, as he was first known as, started out as an anti-Christian. Born a Jew and schooled to be a Pharisee, he was a strict adherent of religious law, and as the New Testament points out, he vigorously tried to suppress the spread of Christianity through persecution, as confirmed in Galatians 1:13-14. Paul was even a consenting bystander at the martyrdom stoning of Stephen, one of the first 7 deacons of the Jerusalem church, as related in Acts of the Apostles 7:54-57-58. However, it was when he was seeking to extend his vengeful hunt of Christians from Jerusalem to Damascus that he had a vision that changed his life. Thrown from his horse, blinded by a light from heaven, and encountering the risen Christ, Saul became a Christian and also took on the new name of Paul. From then on, he had an unquenchable passion for spreading Christianity. He made extensive missionary journeys throughout the Mediterranean and brought Christianity to Macedonia and Greece. Arrested in Jerusalem, Paul was executed in Rome. But the impact he made on his missions and the 13 letters he penned in the New Testament live on. As mentioned, Paul is widely accepted as the author of 13 New Testament books. These are called the Pauline epistles. Here is the full list. Paul's name is at the beginning of all of these letters. His common introduction is Paul, an apostle of Jesus Christ. It was once believed that Paul wrote the book of Hebrews. This was a belief held by some of the earliest church fathers. However, most academics now believe the author's identity is a mystery. The book of Hebrews lacks Paul's customary salutation and personal writing style. Therefore, the standard count for the Pauline epistles is 13, not 14. St. Peter. Perhaps the most prominent of the original 12 disciples, Peter is looked upon as the rock on which the church was founded, as declared by Jesus in Matthew 16:18-19. He is also traditionally regarded as the first bishop of Rome. Peter was originally named Simon, the son of Jonah. Before becoming a disciple of Jesus, he was, like his brother Andrew, the Galilean fisherman. He is also most famously remembered as the disciple who acknowledges Jesus as the Messiah in Mark 8:27. Traditionally, St. Peter is believed to have written 2 books found in the New Testament. The books are 1 Peter and 2 Peter. These books are epistles or letters written to educate the early Christian church's non-clergy members. St. Andrew. Like his brother Simon called Peter, Andrew was a Galilean fisherman of Bethsaida. Before following Jesus, Andrew was a disciple of John the Baptist. He shares the distinction of being one of the first 2 men to become Jesus' disciples, as related in the Gospel of John 1:35-42. Tradition has it that he was martyred at Patras, Greece, on an X-shaped cross. It is this very shape that came to be known as St. Andrew's Cross. He has the rare honor of being the patron saint of 3 countries, Russia, Greece, and, on having his relics brought to Scotland, became the patron saint of that country as well. The symbol of his martyrdom, a white X-shaped cross on a blue background, serves as Scotland's national flag. Be sure to watch the second installment of Trailblazers of the Christian Faith directly after this. Don't miss it.